Okay, it's Thursday, April 13th. This is the end of the day SPY recap. Today we end up with a 2-up green bar, essentially starting near the midpoint of the prior day, right at the open, starting higher and then moving up almost all day long. If you look at the 15-minute chart, it's very clear in terms of the first pause, second bar pause, right after each other. So there's a buy right there on bar number 3 to take out the intraday highs. You want to see at that point, do you kind of pause and fail or continue? We went up, just orderly pause, and then up for the rest of the day. And then just zero reason to exit. And the reason, we know that this possibility existed is we go back on the chart after we kind of take out, we had a target here of the high of yesterday, and then once that's taken out, you can see here on the weekly chart we're working up to those triple highs up in here, and that again goes in line with our monthly chart that we've been talking about all month. It's a 2-up month. We started the month 2-up, then we kind of just bounced around sideways a little bit, but now we're starting to get green towards our next monthly target. So all signs have been up. I mean, if you really look at the market here on the weekly chart, ever since this reversal green week, we had a 2-up week, 2-up. This is a minor 2-up. This is turning into a 2-up week. So yeah, a little exhaustion risk, but it seems to be wanting to head to those targets of liquidity. And whether it does or it doesn't, we'll find out. But until we get a reversal on this weekly chart, you got to stay about bullet buys to the upside. And that's why even yesterday when we had the big red bar, I still called it a 3-bar, meaning it was just broadening action, taking out the highs of the previous day and the lows of the previous day. It wasn't an actionable signal to go short. You would have thought you would have tried to follow through lower and then maybe reversed higher. That's what I kind of discussed. But I discussed one of the 3 possibilities was to start kind of near the midpoint and start right up above the pre-market highs, which is this blue line. That was one way to continue the uptrend. The other way would have been to go 2 down and then get some kind of 2-up bar. But the market, after some economic news this morning, wanted to kind of start near the upper end of the pre-market range and then immediately move higher. So we stay biased to the upside. Again, you can almost call, I don't see this as exhaustion risk at the moment, just because we talked about how this has been like 8 or 9 days of sideways action, and now we're finally gaining, we've had built up a lot of energy here to start some move up. But anytime you get a 2-up, the next move is, potential exhaustion risk. But, you're expecting the high to be taken out tomorrow of this green bar. We'll see if we get any daily failure. That'll have to go below the midpoint of this bar, tomorrow. But it looks like we want to end the week kind of strong green. And if we do that on Friday, then we're looking for follow through into next week a little bit, and we have these targets up here. So let's see what happens to end the week. But it's been bullish all week long, and this move yesterday, if you really look back on the chart, 15-minute chart, and spread it out, was just a classic case of, in an uptrend, a lot of times you want to take out previous lows before moving higher. So in this case, we kind of came down higher high, then we made a lower low, and now we're back to the higher high. So, at any point, this could broaden out, higher high this way, maybe lower low this way, but we're going to have to get the reversal signal kind of coming on the daily chart before we consider a move back down, and certainly on the weekly chart before we consider a bigger move back down. So let's see how the week ends tomorrow, but good, strong day to the upside today.